Hello, Flosstube. Uh, my name is Elizabeth Martinez, phantastitches, and this is my Flosstube update number 86. Today is October 12th, Saturday, October 12th, and it's probably noonish, afternoon, sometime 1. It's almost 1. I usually do these things early in the morning, but I've been busy and catching up and stuff like that. So this is a channel about cross stitch. If this is your first time here, if this is your first time here, welcome, and welcome back to my returning subscribers. So there's a little bit of things to catch up on. I feel like I've been gone away forever, but I really I did an update last Saturday. Yeah. Anyway, last Saturday I talked about that my family, we were planning a trip to New Mexico this past week, and we were going to go on Monday, Monday through Thursday. But then my brother had some stuff going on, so we ended up actually delaying it a day and going Tuesday through Friday, which is great because then I spent my birthday in New Mexico, which is fun. And I'm going to talk about my birthday a little bit later. But so anyway, so on the weekend, I started off working on some cross stitch stuff. I talked about a little camper kit that I bought. Let me find it in here. Sorry, I had this out of order. That I had bought, and I thought I would do it for my brother. It's this little happy camper kit by Cross Stitch Style, I guess is the organization that does these little kits. And I found this at Walmart. So Hobby Lobby, excuse me, Hobby Lobby. So it has this little camper, little old-fashioned camper, and it has, there's a dowel. It comes with a dowel, and it comes with this. This is sort of pre-sewn, this shape, little banner shape, and it comes with a dowel, and then you cut a length of thread, and it comes with a pom pom here too. And I thought, well, my brother's not really, pink pom poms are not really his style. And like I said before, this reminds me of the camper that he used to have, that we used on occasion. And he used it for a while, like after we used it for camping, he used it for hauling equipment. He's a musician and stuff like that. So he used it for a little while for hauling equipment, but I think he stopped doing that, but he still has it. And so it's kind of faded, but it has red down here, like a little red in the front. It's like a chevron kind of shape, and it swooshes around the back. And so I was thinking, rather than doing it blue and gray like it is here, that I would make it like white and red or whatever to match his little camper. But anyway, so I bought this kit, and I started it last Saturday or Sunday, and let's get this right, yeah. So I did the parts that were dark gray, the tire and the door and the window outlines and the little trailer hitch. And I hadn't yet decided about the color combination or about the pom-pom. So I wanted to wait and take a look at the trailer that he had. So like I said, I took a peek at it when we were out there, and I'm gonna try to change those colors to red and white, do something fun like that. But instead of the pom pom, I bought these little charms, and I'm thinking that squirrel, that deer, maybe the acorn, something like that. But there's a bunny, there's a leaf, and a pine cone. So I might use one or maybe two of these little charms. I bought these at Walmart, my sister and I, we needed a few things for this trip, so we wanted to go buy it, and my sister wanted to go to this one particular Walmart because of it's a bigger store, so they have a little bit better selection for certain things. Snug, behave, please. Thank. And but and I like it because it has a larger craft area. Stuff like this, you're more likely to find a wider variety of choices at this larger Walmart than the one that I usually go to. It's just kind of a smaller store. But anyway, so we went to this Walmart, and I really hated it. It was very busy. You would think it was like a Saturday or something. It was very busy and very crowded, and just it was kind of frustrated with it. I remember I told my sister, I hate everything about this store. I actually, I don't have anything against Walmart as a whole. I know it's very controversial. Some people hate it, some people love it, whatever. I kind of like it. I like it a lot. I go there pretty often, but this particular store is not my favorite. Anyway, so but I did find some charms for the camper, and so I think I'm gonna do that with them. So let me put these somewhere out of the way. And so while I was there, I also was just a little bit of haul that stuff that I bought, but they had little the little fabric squares they have there in their thing, and I found this, and I just couldn't pass it up because music. There's a actually kind of like there's a bass clef and a treble clef and some 16th notes, 8th notes, 32nd notes, quarter notes, sharp. So yeah, that's a cut time signature right there. Yeah, so it was just a lot of fun looking at fabric, and I thought, well, it'll come in handy somewhere, to finish stuff. So then I also worked on, so I took 3 projects with me, on the trip. I'm not really one to stitch in the car. It's kind of difficult for me sometimes. The bouncing of the pavement and all that kind of stuff. But I went ahead and took 3 projects with me because I thought if I don't do it in the car, I can do it at my aunt's house if I have some downtime there. So I worked on 10 Minutes to Midnight, and that my sister designed. And I would show it to you, but I don't want to give away the design idea. I don't think anybody that subscribes to my channel would steal it, or make it make their own version of it or whatever. It's not that. But I want it to be a surprise, and so. And I'm hoping to get it done quickly, because I want it to be available if people want it, and as soon as possible. But I have a lot of other stuff I'm doing for Christmas, so I don't know if it's gonna get done, but I'm gonna try. Anyway, so that was one thing that I took, and I worked on it. I don't know if I worked on it in the car. But I did. I worked on it. So, and another thing I took with me was the Blackwork Angels, and again I'm working on this one here, where let's get it in focus, where the angel is playing harp. So I had done all the black stuff, including my black stars, but I did all the black. And I've just started doing her halo here, and I started on the back of her dress. So I just did a little bit of it, and that is here. So you can see I did the halo, and then her dress starts right here. And right now I'm doing just this part here. I haven't finished that. and then there'll be more gold up here. And then the outside of the harp I'm going to do in gold, and the strings I'm going to try to do with I have a DMC metallic in gold, and if it matches well enough, I'm going to use that for the strings. And if it doesn't match, then I'll just use long strings of this gold color. And the instructions do say to do long stitches, so rather than back stitching the strings. So it'll be long stitches for the strings of the harp out of one thing or the other. And then the other thing I took was what I jokingly called the largest snowman in the world. I didn't work on the snowman himself, the snow, I just didn't. What I did do, though, was I have been working on the scarf, so I finished the scarf. I don't know if I had finished it last time, but I did do the fringe of the scarf on one side, and there's some more fringe over here I didn't do yet. But I did do, this is the part that goes all around the snowman's neck, and this is his arm interrupts the thing, but this is the extension of his scarf, and it goes around his neck. And then this is part of his hat, so he's wearing a little hat, and I'm working on there now. You can see his face a little better. I still have to do his nose, and then of course I'll be more snow for his face and body here. So yeah, I have to do, I still haven't done the rest of the snow. It's kind of tedious to do, but. And then I haven't worked anymore on the wording here. I should do that, because then I'll just get that done. And there's the bunny that he's holding. So yeah. So right now, this actually I was doing in the car on the way back. I think it was just this part, because I think a lot of this I did, in Albuquerque in my aunt's house. So. Yeah, so he's coming along. I have a lot of work to do on him still. So like I said, we were in New Mexico, and that's really all the cross stitch I have to show if you wanna go. But my birthday was on Thursday, so we saw my brother, and on Thursday, on my birthday, we on Tuesday we drove out there. Wednesday we had a lot of running around to do. My dad had some signatures to do with a leasing agent for refinancing the house and all that stuff. And there was a person in New Mexico that we were able to meet with, whatever. But so we kind of went back and forth. We went to Wagner. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. So we went out for breakfast, and then we went to this place called Wagner Farms, and it's like a produce section. For those who follow me on Facebook, and I don't think I put it on Instagram, but I think I will. We went out there. They sell produce and stuff like that out there, and locally grown. They're in a little town called Corrales, which is just on the north side of town, there in Albuquerque. And so they have Wagner Farms is they have a really nice produce stand, and we've bought green chili there before and all that. But so my parents bought what's called a ristra, which is basically just a red chili tied by the stem, tied on this string. And some people use it decoratively. You just hang it by your door or from the eaves of your house or wherever, but traditionally it was really used you'd put tie green chili up there on the ristra, and the sun would dry it and turn it red, and then you break off a pod and cook, use it to cook with. Make chili sauce or whatever out of the pods. And my mom has done that before. She's broken off the pods and made them into chili. but nowadays, it's pretty much just a decorative thing. But the one we had was kind of, the sun was kind of fading it. So my mom wanted a new one, so we bought one there at Wagner Farms, and I bought a little tiny little pumpkin thing. They had like, a section of, I guess, where people could go and either pick a pumpkin or have their kids out there, take a picture with the pumpkins, whatever. Um, so we went out there, and like they had bushel baskets of green chili. You could get, they had like, hot or mild. They had it kind of separated. It's kind of a crapshoot. It might say mild, but nobody can really tell. You can kind of tell a bit by, you know, there's lots of lore about how you get a hot chili versus a mild chili. I don't know. but but so anyway, we didn't buy chili, sadly. We just bought, except for the ristra, and but we bought the ristra and a pumpkin. But anyway, then we went back to try to meet the person about the signatures, and that person was not there, and so we went, So then we went to visit with my brother for a little bit on Wednesday, just to, so my parents could see how he was doing, and they could take him some things that they bought for him. And anyway, then I guess that was is that when we went out to eat that night? I don't know. No, I don't know. But then Thursday, we went to this area above Santa Fe called Hyde Park. It's like a campground, I guess day camping or something like that. Or maybe you can camp overnight there in certain parts of it. I don't know. But we went up there, and it's mostly pine trees, of course, but there are aspens up there, and the aspens are changing colors. They're they're turning yellow, and so there's little pops of yellow amongst all the evergreens up there, and it looks beautiful. It's just beautiful, and it was cold. Well, especially to me, because I've been down here in Phoenix. It's been 80, 90 degrees here in Phoenix in the fall, and there in New Mexico, in Albuquerque and Santa Fe, it was like in the 60s, and up when we went up to Hyde Park, it was cloudy, and it was windy, and just cold. I mean, I was wearing a kind of cotton knit shirt, whatever, and a denim jacket, and I was freezing to death. But anyway, so we just went up and enjoyed the fresh air and had some snacks, chips and whatever snacks, and then we went back to Albuquerque, and we went to El Pinto, which is a great Mexican restaurant. We've been going there since I was a kid. When I was a kid, we used to go there like after church on Sundays, about once a month or so, or whatever. But anyway, it's been there forever, and I know that like at Kroger stores, like in Albuquerque there's Smith's, here in Phoenix there's Fry's, and out in Phoenix, out in Little Rock, and up in Indiana, I know, it's Kroger. So Kroger owns all these other, they're like, if you buy the store brand at Smith, it says Kroger on it. Anyway, but they carry the El Pinto salsa, green chili sauce, the red salsa, whatever, So that's always been my favorite to put in things. Anyway, it's a great restaurant. So we ate, for my birthday, we ate at El Pinto, and they surprised me with a little birthday, dish from the staff. There was a little thing of flan, which is a Mexican custard kind of thing, with a little candle in it, and whipped cream and a couple of strawberries and stuff. So it was nice. So anyway, we ate at El Pinto, and that was Thursday night, I guess. So then we left on Friday. So they have. We were out there during the balloon fiesta. I think I mentioned it last time. It's the first full week of October, the first weekend to the second weekend, and there's people from all over the world that come out there. And it used to be sponsored by Kodak back in the day when Kodak made cameras and film, and nowadays everybody takes pictures with their cell phone. So it's just the International Balloon Fiesta, but they have like a balloon museum now and a sort of facility. It used to be just an empty field and people would go there to the field. But anyway, it's a great place. There's there's balloons everywhere, but I know like on Thursday the balloons didn't go up because it was too windy. But the cold weather is perfect for hot air balloons because the air around you is cold, and they heat up the air inside the balloon, and the heat rises and they go up and all that. But anyway, so I didn't get to see a whole lot of balloons in the sky because I didn't get up at the crack of dawn, which is when they were all up. We got up mid morning or whatever every day, or got out mid morning, so the balloons were most of the balloons were down by then. I did see a couple one day on Wednesday, I guess, when we were driving around, and one Thursday or Friday, I guess, when we were leaving. But yeah, so it was nice to be out there during that for my birthday, and because it was my birthday, I got a couple of nice cards, one from my parents and one from my aunt while I was out there, and my friend Greg sent me a card, and he also sent me this Strand magazine with a John Steinbeck story in it. The Amiable Fleas, it's called. I don't remember if I don't know if I know how you say it in French, but the story. I'm trying to remember trying to see if I can see it in French. Les puces sympathiques. Anyway, I'm butchering the French, but that's what it is. Let me just check my notes real quick. Oh, I wanted to say I watch a lot of shows on Investigative Discovery, I think it's called. ID is what the channel is, on the cable channel is. ID and ID Go, as they say. But there's a new series of, murder investigations, whatever, starting called Home Sweet Homicide. And I had to laugh because there's like two little panels that are shown, and then a pillow, and the ID Go logo, and they're all done in what either cross stitch, it looks like, or embroidery of some kind. So like there's one panel, I don't remember what it says, and then there's another one, and they look like framed embroidery or cross stitch or something. And then the Home Sweet Homicide is like a pillow, and it has that on there, and it looks like it's done in like in cross stitch or embroidery. And then when they do the ID Go logo, it's on a little hoop, and it looks like cloth and the ID logo in some kind of stitch work. But yeah, I had to laugh because it's everywhere, cross stitch, embroidery, whatever, it's everywhere. But yeah, and finishing stuff in a hoop, So I had to laugh about that. That was a unexpected, kind of way to see cross stitch or embroidery or whatever being used. Anyway, I think that's about all I have. So I'm still plugging away at all my Christmas projects and that I'm working on. They're coming along pretty well, I guess. And like I said, I just added that little camper to my pile of projects. But hopefully it won't take very long to do, and I can crank that out and get it finished pretty quickly. Um, yeah, so I think that's it for now. Like I said, this week was kind of weird because I had a lot of travel time, and we were out of town for a long time, and we're out doing stuff. But hopefully I'll be able to buckle down and get some work done, and get by this 10 minutes to midnight. Get that further along, and soon be able to reveal it soon. Um, but so that's it. My future plans are just to just keep doing more Christmas stuff. I would love to do a lot of the Halloween things that are coming out. I even was gonna do the fall things, but I just I'm trying to get all this Christmas stuff done, and it's kind of taken up since I think I started in July. Um, so yeah, it's I feel like I'm missing out on things. Um, but hopefully I'll get these things going, and maybe by if I if I finish them by Thanksgiving or something, I'll have time to do something else. I don't know. But anyway, so that's it. That's kind of it, and I will keep doing what I'm doing, and talk to you guys. Um, next week. Okay, thanks. Again, thank you to my returning subscribers for coming back and putting up with me, and thank you for any new viewers. It's usually better than this, and and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.